What I'm about to tell you about your kidneys is going to completely change the way you think about kidney health, because there's a hidden mineral that 9 out of 10 doctors will never test you for, and it could be quietly damaging your kidneys right now while every lab result on paper looks completely normal. I'm Dr. Eric Berg, and for the past 30 years, I've been helping people just like you reverse chronic health problems using root cause science most doctors never learned in medical school. And what I'm about to share with you in the next few minutes could literally protect you from one of the fastest growing health epidemics in the world today. Stay with me, because the number one mineral mistake I'm going to reveal at the end of this video, most people are making it every single day without realizing it, and it's silently scarring the most delicate filters in your entire body. Now, here's the thing. You wake up tired. You're getting up 2, sometimes 3 times in the middle of the night to use the bathroom. Your legs cramp. Your ankles swell a little by the end of the day. Your blood pressure is creeping up. Maybe your doctor told you your creatinine is just slightly elevated, but not to worry. Maybe your eGFR dropped a few points since last year, and they told you it's just aging. But you know something is wrong. You feel it. And let me explain why your instinct is right. According to the Centers for Disease Control, more than 35 million Americans, that's 1 in 7 adults, have chronic kidney disease, and 9 out of 10 of them have absolutely no idea. The National Kidney Foundation reports that by the time the standard blood work flags a problem, you have often already lost 50 to 60% of your kidney function. 50 to 60% gone silently over 10, sometimes 15 years. And here's the part that breaks my heart. You've tried everything. You've cut salt. You've cut protein. You've followed the standard advice, and nothing is moving the needle. There's a reason for that, and it's not your fault. Now, for decades, you've been told that the way to protect your kidneys is to cut salt, cut protein, drink more water, and take a blood pressure medication if your numbers go up. The American Heart Association still echoes that same message. Your doctor probably told you the same thing. But here's the problem. That advice was built on research from the 1970s and 80s, and modern science is proving it incomplete, and in some cases, dead wrong. A 2022 review published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism, along with multiple studies in Kidney International, has shown that the real driver of kidney damage in most people today isn't dietary salt at all. It isn't even protein. It's a metabolic and mineral imbalance that standard kidney panels do not measure. And this is critical. Your basic metabolic panel, the one your doctor runs every year, tests sodium, potassium, chloride, BUN, creatinine, and glucose. But it does not, by default, look at the one mineral that quietly orchestrates kidney function from behind the scenes. And that mineral is magnesium. Let me explain what's actually happening in your body. Your kidneys are like 2 incredibly intelligent filters, and inside each one are about 1 million tiny filtering units called nephrons. Every drop of blood in your body passes through these filters roughly 40 times a day. Now, for those filters to stay open, flexible, and able to regulate pressure, they depend on a delicate balance of minerals, and magnesium is the master regulator of that balance. Magnesium relaxes the smooth muscle in your blood vessels, including the tiny arterioles that feed each nephron. It controls how calcium moves in and out of cells. It activates over 600 enzyme reactions, including the ones that keep your blood vessels from calcifying. Here's what most people don't realize. When magnesium drops, even by 10%, calcium starts depositing where it doesn't belong, inside the walls of your arteries, inside the soft tissue of your kidneys, and even inside the nephrons themselves. This is called vascular calcification, and research from the Cleveland Clinic and studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition have confirmed that low magnesium is one of the strongest predictors of declining kidney function, more predictive in some studies than blood pressure itself. But here's where it gets interesting. The standard magnesium blood test, called serum magnesium, is almost useless. Why? Because only 1% of the magnesium in your body lives in your blood. The other 99% is inside your cells and your bones. So your serum magnesium can look perfectly normal while your cells are starving. This is exactly what researchers have been warning about in journals like the BMJ and Nature Medicine. They call it chronic latent magnesium deficiency, and they estimate that up to 75% of adults in the United States are walking around with it and don't know. Now, why are you deficient? Because modern soil is depleted, because grains and processed foods strip magnesium during refining, because sugar and alcohol cause you to dump magnesium through your urine, because stress burns through your magnesium reserves at an accelerated rate, and because common medications, including acid blockers, diuretics, and even some blood pressure drugs, deplete magnesium as a side effect. Now, here's the part nobody talks about. When your kidneys lose magnesium, they also lose the ability to hold on to potassium. And when potassium drops, your blood pressure rises, your heart rhythm becomes unstable, and your nephrons take even more damage. It's a vicious cycle. Then layer on top of that high insulin, which is the silent driver behind so much of this. Dr. Benjamin Beekman's work on insulin resistance, along with research from Dr. Jason Fung, shows that chronically elevated insulin causes your kidneys to retain sodium, lose magnesium, and develop microscopic scarring called glomerulosclerosis. Your A1C can be normal, your fasting glucose can be normal, but if your fasting insulin is high, your kidneys are under attack. And that's why I tell you to ask your doctor for a fasting insulin test, not just glucose. The science on this is overwhelming. A 2023 study in diabetes care found that elevated fasting insulin predicted kidney decline up to 12 years before any change in creatinine. 12 years. I want you to understand this. Your kidneys are not failing because of salt. They are failing because of a perfect storm of low magnesium, high insulin, oxidative stress, and mineral imbalance that conventional testing simply does not capture. So here's what you need to do. First, you need to address the magnesium deficiency at the cellular level. That means focusing on real food sources of magnesium, dark leafy greens like spinach, Swiss chard, and kale, avocados, pumpkin seeds, almonds, wild-caught salmon, and grass-fed beef. If you supplement, look for the absorbable forms, magnesium glycinate, magnesium malate, or magnesium citrate, not the cheap magnesium oxide that you find in most drugstores, which has very poor absorption. Take a therapeutic amount that is right for your body, ideally guided by a practitioner who understands functional medicine, and always be cautious if you already have advanced kidney disease. The second thing is just as important. You have to lower your insulin, not just your blood sugar, your insulin. That means cutting refined carbohydrates, sugar in all its hidden forms, and industrial seed oils. Build your plate around clean protein, healthy fats, and low-carb vegetables. Consider intermittent fasting, which research from Dr. Jason Fung and studies in cell metabolism has shown can dramatically reduce insulin, lower inflammation, and even improve kidney filtration markers. Start gently, maybe a 14 or 16-hour overnight fast, and work up from there based on how your body responds. And walk after your meals. A simple 10-minute walk after eating can drop your post-meal insulin response significantly. The third step, this is the one almost everyone skips. You have to support your kidney's ability to detoxify and protect themselves. That means optimizing vitamin D, ideally with K2 alongside it, because vitamin D regulates calcium. And K2 directs that calcium into your bones instead of your arteries and kidneys. It means eating sulfur-rich foods like garlic, onions, arugula, and cruciferous vegetables, which boost your body's master antioxidant, glutathione. It means staying hydrated with mineral-rich water, not just plain filtered water that's been stripped of everything. And it means addressing chronic stress, because cortisol, your stress hormone, single-handedly accelerates kidney aging. Sleep 7 to 8 hours. Get morning sunlight on your eyes, breathe through your nose. These are not luxuries. These are kidney medicine. And ask for the right tests, not just creatinine and eGFR. Ask for a fasting insulin. Ask for cystatin C, which is a far more sensitive marker of early kidney decline than creatinine, and is recommended by both the National Kidney Foundation and recent guidelines from the New England Journal of Medicine. Ask for a urine albumin to creatinine ratio. Ask for an RBC magnesium test, not just serum magnesium. Ask for homocysteine and high sensitivity CRP. These tests, taken together, will give you a true picture of what's happening inside your kidneys years, sometimes decades, before standard medicine sounds the alarm. Now, I promised you at the beginning I'd reveal the number one mineral mistake most people are making every single day, and here it is. It's not eating too much salt. It's not even eating too much protein. The number one mistake is drinking demineralized water all day long while consuming a diet of processed, refined, magnesium-stripped food. Think about it. You wake up, you drink coffee, which is a diuretic. You drink reverse osmosis water, which has had every mineral removed. You eat refined grains and sugar, which pull magnesium out of your cells. You stress at work, which burns through your magnesium. By the end of the day, your cells are running on empty, your kidneys are working overtime to maintain mineral balance, and the calcium that should be in your bones is starting to deposit in your soft tissue. I see this all the time in my patients. They come in convinced they have a kidney problem, when really they have a mineral problem that has been hiding in plain sight for 15 years. When they finally address it with real food, with the right form of magnesium, with lower insulin, and with proper mineral-rich hydration, their numbers start moving in the right direction within 30 to 90 days. Their blood pressure drops, their energy comes back, their nighttime urination calms down, and their lab markers, the ones that actually matter, begin to heal. If this video helped you, do me a favor, share it with someone you care about, because chances are they're walking around with this exact same hidden deficiency and no one has ever told them. And if you want to go deeper, I have another video where I break down the connection between insulin resistance and high blood pressure and how to reverse both naturally. I'll link it for you right now. You don't want to miss it. Remember, your body has an incredible ability to heal itself, including your kidneys, when you give it the right inputs and remove the wrong ones. I'm Dr. Eric Berg, and I'll see you in the next video.